Alex and the Genie. Alex Finch was a world-renowned art thief with the reputation that preceded him. He had stolen some of the most highly regarded paintings on the face of the planet, from the Mona Lisa in the Louvre to the Starry Night in the Museum of Modern Art. There wasn't a museum piece in the entire world that Alex couldn't penetrate, he boasted. But despite the incredible value of these paintings, Alex did not steal them for himself. He was a hired hand, working for underground crime bosses who would pay a pretty penny for his services. Alex could not care less about the paintings themselves. He simply lived for the thrill of retrieving them, and nothing more. It was no surprise when Alex was called upon by a British mob boss to steal an item from the Smithsonian. "You want the Hope Diamond?" Alex grinned, his blue eyes twinkling as the wheels in his head went to work planning the heist. "No," the mob boss replied, giving Alex a deadpan expression. "I want you to steal this." He slid a piece of paper with a picture printed on it in black and white across his desk to where Alex was sitting. Alex picked up the piece of paper and examined the image. The item displayed appeared to be a life-size porcelain white rabbit. "What is it?" There was a twinge of disappointment in Alex's voice. "It's the White Rabbit of Destiny." "I've never heard of it before." "Few have. It's a very rare artifact containing magical powers." Alex huffed, having never believed in such nonsensical things as magic. What kind of magical powers? "It's said that whoever touches the White Rabbit is reborn, free from their sins. I want to give it to my wife for her birthday. She's rather fond of rabbits. It would make a good addition to her collection." "Are you sure you don't want me to try for the Hope Diamond while I'm in there?" Alex joked half-heartedly. "No, just the rabbit." The mob boss was as serious as ever. Alex sighed. "All right, the White Rabbit it is then." As with most of his heists, everything went smoothly enough. It only took Alex 15 minutes to get to where the rabbit was being kept. Sitting in its glass case, the small statue looked like such an insignificant thing. There was no time to gawk at it now, though. Alex still had to get the rabbit out of the building before security caught on that he was there. Being careful not to break it, Alex wrapped the statue in a towel and stuffed it in his satchel before heading out of the museum, leaving everything else, including the infamous Hope Diamond that he so yearned to steal, untouched. It wasn't until the plane ride back to England that Alex decided to take the rabbit out and have a look. It was such an obscure item that he didn't think anyone would notice what it was. Carefully, he pulled it out of his satchel. The statue was small but lifelike, with smooth, cool porcelain fur, eyes made of black diamonds, and painted-on whiskers. There was nothing particularly exquisite about it besides the eyes. In fact, Alex imagined that the rest of the thing was rather worthless. Still, there was something charming about the small statue, and as Alex ran his bare fingers over the surface of it, he began to feel a bit strange. Turbulence jostled the plane around then, almost making Alex lose his grip on the delicate rabbit. His breath hitched as his hands steadied around it, realizing that it was time for it to go back in his bag. But before he could put the rabbit safely inside, the plane fell again, and this time it didn't steady. Passengers screamed as the plane descended at a rapid rate, and it was all that Alex could do to cling to the rabbit. His heart beat fiercely as he clutched onto it for dear life, screaming with all the rest as the plane fell from the sky. Then everything went black. Alex groaned back to life, his head aching like it never had before. It was like a scene from a horror movie. Dead bodies occupied the seats on either side of him. Some were bloody with cuts and gashes, while others had been damn near sawed in half by their seatbelts. Alex retched at the grotesque sight before him. It was a miracle that he survived. Instinctively, Alex unbuckled himself and scoured the plane for survivors. While he was